informed that at the time the Right Honorable Speaker admitted the motion, the fact of an action pending at the Supreme Court regarding the subject matter was not brought to his attention. Based on the above precedents, the House must stay its hand off the motion and allow other organs of state. I repeat, the House must stay its hands off the motion and allow other organs of state properly mandated under the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, that is the judiciary, to deal with the matter. Accordingly, the motion and subsequent debate on it is stayed pending the determination of the matter by the Supreme Court. This was not a matter of injunction. It was not an injunction. Mr. Speaker, according to the majority leader, there is going to be vetting. And the chief whip attempted to arrogate the full powers of this House to himself, as if we are dealing with a one-man power, show of power in this country, by saying it will happen, it will happen. We are not into blows. We are here to argue law and for you to determine. So this kind of attack that it will happen, we argue for posterity. Democracy and practice is for posterity. So they should take it easy. Mr. Speaker, let me draw your attention to detailed provisions in our orders. First, Order 2172 on the sub judice rule, Order 103F and 123.1, and on the Speaker's control of the business of the House, guided by Order 2164. Mr. Speaker, none of these expressly contemplate the coexistence of an active constitutional dispute over legality of vacancy. The vetting that is being announced seeks to fail. We have a situation at hand. One is procedure under Order 217 that empowers the appointment committee to consider a nomination when existence of the vacancy itself is sub judice. Are we going to do that? That the appointment committee, knowing that there is a sub judice matter, will still proceed to consider the vetting, whereas the Constitution itself contemplates that the office of Chief Justice will never be vacant. That is why even when the woman was originally suspended, there was an acting Chief Justice. So there should be no hurry. Nobody should contemplate that Parliament is somewhat stopped. That seat is not vacant. However, proceeding to vet a new person to fill that office will be rendering the application of Justice Gertrude Esabatokonu otious. Mr. Speaker, the second is constitutional. We would be proceeding on the part that would amount to a legislative interference with judicial process, contrary to Article 1253 and 1272. Mr. Speaker, which vests judicial power exclusively in the courts and oblige all state organs to protect their independence and effectiveness. Mr. Speaker, we have under Order 20 of our rules, 24 provides the Speaker is the head of the institution of Parliament and presides over the sittings of Parliament. 4, the Speaker shall A, uphold the honor, dignity, and the sanctity of the House. Mr. Speaker, if you read this provision in conjunction or together with the relevant provisions that protect the independence of the Constitution, we are being called upon, therefore, Mr. Speaker, to ensure that Parliament is never seen as bringing any other state organ into disrepute. You sit there, Mr. Speaker, have a duty to uphold the honor, the dignity and sanctity of the House. If this whole Parliament, in view of its own precedents, not long ago, in March, when Afenyo-Markin and Habib Idrisu and Vincent Assefa had an application, which application was to determine a governance and practice issue, the majority leader argued strenuously that indeed that matter has a constitutional arm, had a constitutional issue attached thereto. Therefore,